Hey Kurt, kind of on a lighthearted note, there's a recent meme with you kind of staring into the abyss.
I know, gosh. It went viral, like, not even viral, I don't even know how to explain it.
So what do you think of it, and what is the context of the video?
I don't know what to think of it. My wife's trying to tell me it's a good thing. I'm like, I'm making this weird face, like, why is that good? So, I just don't know why people are so mesmerized by it. It was just to look like this. And now it's everywhere. Like, people are using it, to post stuff. And just, I don't know if they're making fun of me or making fun with me, but it's kind of cool to get that exposure, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's pretty cool. Yeah. I don't know. Vince had this crazy idea. I think Roman was sick, and I just came back to WWE, and Vince was like, "Wait a minute, Roman's out. Kurt Angle's here. I'll replace Roman with Kurt Angle." So it was really cool, though, to be an honorary member of the Shield that one night. If you noticed me when I came out, I looked like a little fanboy. I was so psyched. I was behind him, like, "Hey, I'm here." But it was a lot of fun. Thing is, when I did that, I wasn't in the best wrestling shape, so I wasn't able to do what I normally do. As a matter of fact, there were a lot of it was like a table ladders chairs match, and they were doing all these crazy stunts, and I didn't do any of them. As a matter of fact, there was one point where we were all in the ring, we were all going to dive over the top rope on the ring. We all ran and I stopped. Stepped on the floor and finished the move. But that was supposed to be funny. I hope it was. But yeah, I just wasn't at the level I was supposed to be. And it's because Vince McMahon made me general manager and didn't want me to wrestle right away when I came back. So I took the general manager job, and I held off on my wrestling probably for about 7 or 8 months, and then that came along.
Hey Kurt, big fan. The first ever episode of SmackDown I ever watched was the one after Judgment Day in 2002, after you got your head shaved. And you were able to grow that
Naturally.
your naturally beautiful hair that you grew over the course of a few days. And I was just wondering how upset you were when Hulk Hogan just ripped it off and you had to go over your career.
Rip my hair out of my head. Okay, I don't know if you guys know what this was about. This was for a long time ago, in 2002. I'll give you the whole story, but it won't take long. Okay, Vince McMahon came to me and said, "Listen, your hair's receding, you're going bald, let's just take it all off." I was like, "Why?" I was trying to save it, I was even using Propecia and everything, trying to save my head. And so Vince said, "Listen, we're going to do a hair versus hair match. You're going to wrestle Edge." And he said, "But listen, we're going to rib him. We're going to tell him that he shaved his head." And Edge had the real long, beautiful hair. So we made Edge believe for 2 weeks that he was going to lose his match. And he was boo-boo faced the whole time. He even went up to the top of the arena and cried, okay? He came to me at one point and said, "Listen, my head is shaped really weird. I don't think I'm gonna look good bald." So I wanted to tell him that he was gonna win, but I held off we didn't tell Edge till 5 minutes before we went out to wrestle. So for 2 weeks he thought he was gonna get his head shaved. And so when we did it, Edge won the match and he shaved my head. And do you ever use clippers? If you do it the wrong way, it digs in your head and your hair and you rip it out. Well, that's the way he had it. So he's doing this, pull my hair out of my head. And I'm like, "Turn it around." I was supposed to be passed out. I was like, "Turn it around." Pretend like I'm passed out. And he flipped it over and he finished it up. And then the next 2 nights later, it grew back. but it grew back more than it was before. It was actually a wig. I put a wig on, and I had a headgear on top of it. I said, in 2 days, my hair naturally grew back to this state. And it was pretty funny, but Hulk Hogan, I had a match with him at the pay-per-view, the following pay-per-view, and I guess the climax of the match was he took my headgear off and revealed my bald head, and that's the first time Ben saw me bald. So then Hulk Hogan got to do that, but Edge is really the one that shaved my head.